and of course you can see on the overlay there, they're going to put a lot of pressure in upper dark, so splitting B is exactly what's going to happen here, and Nickel is going to be called into action. He's at the back of that site. Tarson, though, finishes the job with a single bullet straight on in, and that bomb will be planted, so great round coming out from Penta. What they're doing really well is controlling mid, and of course forcing the CTs to make the appropriate rotations, and that's where they're really picking them apart.
Well, it's more so almost for me the lack of rotations. By forcing the CTs to place a passively in A and in B, it means that when they do commit to a site like we just saw then in that instance, there's no option there for eFrag to support their teammates. Here, all of a sudden, those 3 A defenders have been locked out completely, and you can see them now setting up along. I think from a Penta perspective, they're going to be so keen to try and get those weapons out the hand, and whilst poor old Tarson is on the receiving end there, I think that'll definitely at least signal to Penta where all 3 of those CTs are saving, unfortunately for them. There won't be time on the timer. Time on the timer. Perhaps a poor choice of words. But in any case, it will be 3 members of eFrag surviving. And they do have that equipment to take into the next round. But Penta here, I mean, they've won, if you look back at the history of the rounds, 5 of their 6 rounds have come from the bomb explosion. So they're getting into the sites at the moment. I think the fact that they're really able to find those openings in the eFrag defense is really going to bode well for them now as they move into the latter stages of this match, as eFrag still struggle to put together what is a comprehensive buy.
Yeah, CT economy, as we said, is really crucial to any strong CT size. We again see this aggression coming out from eFrag. Victor not messing about, straight at the catwalk there before he's traded out by David P. So Penta, of course, all over it, per se, as Carson does try and find the frag onto Bubble there, putting a lot of pressure on the man in mid and just forcing him to fall back to CT. So Penta are doing a good job of putting aggression all across the map. That's where, for me, they're really starting to come ahead and really pressuring the CTs, though. You feel as though if Penta were to win the next round, that at CT economy it would really start to break, and that's where eFrag would really feel their hurt.
Well, they're well positioned to really potentially put that hurt on eFrag now as they do make their way towards the B side. All 4 members. I like the fact that they've now grouped up, and you can see the lack of information on a CT perspective because Spy Leader, the sole member of the B side, has no support to come by, so he needs to make something of this. You can see him there at the car, has the FAMAS in hand. What can he do? Gets the drop onto the first one, of course. Position now, no, can't quite connect there. He did line up a couple of members, but the bullet's not able to come out quite fast enough there for his liking. We do find ourselves now in a 3-on-3 situation. The bomb should surely get planted here as they've now got control of the sites, and whilst eFrag is so close on the overlay, they're not yet in a position to really make that retake, but they're stalling here, and as the bomb goes down, it's just trying to leave 1 member, only Crystal, able to put up some sort of defense, and eFrag will know that, potentially. This could be the opportunity in which they do Penta and capitalise off the site. The bomb has been planted. You can see Dreamer here just trying to scout out the site, does spot Crystal there behind that toolbox in the sights, and really, these 2 are just breathing on top of each other as Mike S and Bubble go face-to-face in the end. Mike is doing a fantastic job smelling the breath there of Bubble, taking him down, gets the drop onto the second one, so all of a sudden he has to triple for the round, just needs 1 more to close it out, goes towards the window, and Kale, of course, off the bomb, he would have known that, and Mike has done so much damage to it. Will seal the deal, fantastic work there by Mike, it's a 1-on-3, and really, after having stood toe-to-toe with one of the players, to take him down like that and to win that 1-on-3, fantastic work from the player, of course. He's an experienced player in the Dutch scene, formerly of Lowland Lions and Orbit, has a CS Source background, and really, I think, had a bit of reputation coming as one of the Dutch stars, so glad to see him bring him.
Bringing the pain is exactly the way to describe what he's doing right now. It was an interesting situation there where they almost were touching each other, of course, in that B double doors. Now, a lot of pressure coming in here on that B site. Nickel has been put down to 9 HP and somehow still surviving. He's still darting around. Finally, that Molotov, though, clips him. And unfortunately, he falls now. A lot